The first time she humiliated me, I told myself it was just a joke. The second time, I realized she didn't respect me. But it was the third time, when she did it in front of my entire firm, that something inside me broke. It was our annual corporate gala. The firm had landed a massive acquisition deal, and everyone, from junior associates to partners, was there. I was the CEO, the one who built that law firm from a rented office and a borrowed desk. My wife, Clara, walked in like she owned the room, stunning in a silver gown, every eye on her. She loved that attention. Too much. When I took the stage to give my closing remarks, I caught her smirking beside our senior partner, Evan, young, handsome, charismatic. She leaned in close, laughing at something he said, touching his arm. My chest tightened, but I kept my voice steady. Then, as I thanked my beautiful wife for her support, Clara stood up, drunk, dramatic, and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, support? Oh, please, Daniel. You're married to your firm, not me. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Evan chuckled. My hands froze mid-speech. That moment, her words, her tone, burned into me. My reputation, my pride, my dignity, all chipped away in 10 seconds of public mockery. I smiled through it. Of course, lawyers are trained actors. But inside, something cold settled in. The next morning, she acted like nothing had happened. Don't be so dramatic, she said, sipping her espresso. It was just a joke. You need to lighten up. A joke. I didn't argue. I just nodded. That was the moment I decided I'd never raise my voice again. I'd never beg for respect. Instead, I let truth and time do my work for me. Clara didn't know who she'd embarrassed. I wasn't just her husband. I was a man who built a law firm by reading people, by dissecting lies, by catching what others missed. It started small. I noticed her being distant at night, guarding her phone, texting in the bathroom. The old me, the husband, would have asked her why. But the new me, the strategist, simply observed. I asked my IT guy discreetly to recover deleted texts from our shared iCloud. He hesitated. Sir, are you sure you want to see this? I looked him in the eye. I'm not sure, but I need to. The messages were worse than I imagined. Evan. Of course it was him. Flirty jokes. Miss you already? Wish I was waking up next to you, not him. And the worst, photos. Private ones. Taken in what I recognized as our bedroom. That night, I stared at the screen for hours. Anger wasn't even the word. It was betrayal mixed with humiliation, like she'd spat on everything I'd built. I could have confronted her. I almost did, but no, that would give her control. Instead, I printed the messages, every photo, every timestamp, and locked them in my office drawer. Then I began to plan. Revenge isn't loud. The smartest kind is quiet, precise, and patient. First, I spoke to HR, casually mentioned that I'd heard whispers about inappropriate behavior between 2 employees. I didn't name names. I didn't have to. HR did their own digging. Evan's behavior, his late nights with a married woman, started raising eyebrows. Then I reassigned him to a satellite branch 2 states away for leadership development. I said in the memo. Everyone applauded the promotion. Evan didn't see it coming. He tried to decline, say it would be too disruptive. I simply smiled. I believe in growth through discomfort, Evan. By the time he left, Clara's demeanor had changed. She became paranoid, restless. The secret meeting stopped. Her laughter died down. I started coming home late, not to hurt her, but to watch her unravel. She'd wait up, pretending she didn't care. But the cracks were showing. The confidence was fading. A month later, the scandal broke, not from me, but from HR. Someone leaked screenshots of Evan's personal emails. Pictures, messages, flirtations, with several women, not just Clara. His career imploded overnight. He was fired, disgraced, publicly humiliated. Clara came to me, shaking. Daniel, they're talking about me at the firm. Did you have anything to do with this? I looked at her, calm. Why would I? I'm just as surprised as you are. She searched my face for emotion. There was none. That night, I heard her cry in the bathroom. For a moment, a flicker of guilt crossed my mind. Then I remembered her laughter at the gala, her voice dripping with contempt as she mocked me in front of my peers. The guilt vanished. 3 weeks later, I filed for divorce. Quietly. No public scenes, no shouting. I handed her the papers while she was still half asleep. "Daniel, what is this?" "Freedom," I said simply. She tried to fight it. Of course. Claimed she'd been drunk, confused, manipulated. But my attorney, my real partner, already had everything. Screenshots, messages, financials. Even proof of her using my firm's car for her trips with Evan. The court didn't take long. I got everything. The house, the assets, even the firm stock she begged me put in her name years ago. The day the judge finalized it, she looked at me with hollow eyes. "You ruined me." I met her gaze and said quietly, "No, Clara, you did that the night you tried to humiliate me." I just let the truth speak. It's been a year since then. The firm is stronger than ever. People still talk about the gala incident, but now the story ends differently. How I rose above it, how she lost everything trying to play games with the wrong man. Sometimes I still think about her, about the way she used to smile before all this. I wonder if I could have forgiven her if she'd been honest, if she'd apologized before the lies grew teeth. But then I remember the look on her face when the judge read the verdict. Shock, disbelief, silence. That was my closure. Revenge didn't come from rage. It came from patience. From letting her destroy herself with the very arrogance she once used to belittle me. Now, when I walk past the firm's conference room, the same place she mocked me, I feel nothing but calm. Because the loudest revenge is living your life so quietly they can hear their own regret echoing.